Prepare yourself for a sprawling discussion on just about anything, where critical thinking meets pop culture in a collision of mind-bending proportions. Please secure all neurons and be prepared for full frontal cortex. This is Incoherent Ramblings Live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to IR Live. I'm your host, Juan, the wannabe host, and we also got
Pablo Jalapeno.
The leafy green behind the screen to hide the lip.
And the everyday geek. I sometimes forget my name and have a little panic attack before I say it.
welcome to episode 0. Yes, 0.01. We are actually testing out a new format, so if you're here watching us today, congratulations. You're one of the many few,
Few.
isn't that
The oxymoron.
Oxymoron there? Yeah, so our topic today is going to be Movie Pass, which is, become a thing.
By the way, Pablo, can you introduce our friend in the corner?
Oh, yes, we have our live studio audio and audience guest, Luke Skywalker, straight
AKA
from Tatooine.
Mark Hamill. So, before we get into Movie Pass every day, I'm every day. Wannabe, why don't you discuss the show format as we move forward?
Excellent. The bell is boss. So we are going to move forward on the topic, but as we've gotten some constructive criticism, we talk over each other every once in a while.
Yes,
we go on and
criticism.
There's tangents and things.
Right over here.
We don't talk over each other.
Yeah, we don't. Times where we do.
Every once in a
I
while.
don't know about that, man.
The bell!
Namaste.
Yes, the bell is boss. So at any time, if any of us feel that the show is not being coherent enough to be enjoyable, the bell will be rung. And the person that rings that bell has a choice. They can either, one, go ahead and say, I get 30 seconds to say whatever I want and nobody else gets to talk. And then they move on from there. Or they say, I want you to talk for 30 seconds in this style. So for example, Geek, I want you to talk for 30 seconds about Bitcoin is Pee Wee Herman.
Well, the blockchain.
No, don't do it.
That's,
It's just a demo.
It was a demo. I don't really
I think this is a
want you to do it.
formula for horribleness, but that's just me.
Yeah, well, we're trying it
That
out.
is our show.
We're gonna see what happens. I mean, it's it's gonna
Anything goes until we figure out it doesn't.
until it doesn't work. All right, so that's the way it's gonna be. Geek has a bell over there. We've got a bell over here. Let's hear your bell, Geek.
Oh, my bell, right. Oh, the volume's down. There it is.
My bell, Michelle.
That's exactly how it sounds, and ours sounds like this.
Right.
All right, let's start off. We're talking about Movie Pass. Excuse me.
Oh, right, me.
Geek, can you please give us kind of an overview? You know more about Movie Pass than the rest of us, I think.
He owns it.
Right
Yeah.
on.
Or
Yes,
has
I
one.
subscribed back in March, I want to say. So, Movie Pass is this thing that you can either buy monthly or get it as an entire year. Their business model is to encourage people to go to movies more often. What they do is, for your subscription, you're allowed to see a movie. At the time I signed up, it was one movie per calendar day. Didn't matter if you repeated movies or whatever. You could just go every day if you really wanted. And they pay the movie theater, and they try to make money from your information that they gather through the app. And just basically they're losing money all over the place. And last week they didn't have funding, and some people were stranded at the box office. What is that?
When I first heard about this,
That was just a bell for the hell of it.
When I first heard about this, I was like, this cannot possibly work. There's something weird going on here. But then everyone's like, get the movie pass, get a movie in
Yeah, because you're
So
taking
awesome.
advantage of
It
the
does.
movies. You could you can make bank. You're making money off of this in the long run.
If you just see one movie, you paid it off.
Yes.
That's what Ralph kept
for
saying
the
to
month.
me.
For the month, basically, yeah. Wow, that is really weird.
So the thing with it's $10 a month, or now it's $15 a month.
There was a
Right,
time it
and-
was $6.95 a month, and I think when I signed up it was $8.95,
Okay.
and I had to prepay the entire year. So there was a fee on top of that, but for 12 months, and the fee I paid roughly $105. That
Okay.
means a year's worth of movies, up to 365 shows if I chose to go every single day.
Okay.
Was accounted
So wait,
for 105.
what were the restrictions though? Because there are restrictions, right?
Yeah, but they
You have
keep
Movie
adding.
Pass,
This is where I think people are getting fed up that it's still a good deal, but they keep changing the offer on you because back. I don't have the exact
2 weeks ago.
Well, no, not just 2 weeks ago.
People learned to game the system.
Well, what they started out doing is they basically said no repeat movies after a certain point. So basically, what started happening is like I saw Ready Player One, then I couldn't get a second movie to Ready Player One. So every time you see a movie, that movie is locked out for you.
But it wasn't like that at first.
No, it wasn't. And that's what makes it kind of weird is that it's like they're doing takebacks, you know? Like I paid $105 with the understanding that I could see any movie I want every calendar day of the year. And now I can't do repeat movies, which basically means like how many movies are there? Well, there aren't going to be 365, so I can't go every single day. Not that I would, but it's just, you know, this idea of like it's takebacks, you know, like they're losing money, so they're like, oh, well, now you can't do what you used to do.
What was the original plan for this? I mean, didn't they realize this was probably going to happen? They thought they'd get more money from the information that you gave?
Right, because they do some direct marketing and they're able to tell like what your interests are. And I think that the marketing side just hasn't been able to sustain the fact that for everyone who has one of these movie passes, they're probably losing, you know, $20, $30, $40 every month when they go pretty often. And when I heard the CEO talk before, their idea was, I think they wanted to get spoilage, which is the same thing that people people who
Spoilage alert.
get like the health gym membership.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like you might be all gung-ho about it the first few months, and then you kind of stop going, and then you forget to cancel.
Yeah.
I think they were kind of hoping a lot of Movie Pass subscribers would do that kind of thing where it's like, okay, I got my Movie Pass in my first week. I'm going to see something every day. And then in the second month, you're like, oh, whatever. I go like twice. And then by the end of the year, you've only seen like, 8 movies. And they're able to make a profit. But that's apparently not how it's going because they keep, like last Thursday, they actually ran out of money. And there were people at the box office who had their Movie Pass cards, which is basically a debit card. You use the app to sign into a particular movie. All right.
Wrap it up like Hulk. Go.
Hulk, use Movie Pass, and what you gonna do? Oh, wrong Hulk.
Wrong Hulk.
Wrong Hulk. Sorry. I don't know how to do Hulk voice for that long. Okay. Just Hulk man, use Movie Pass. Get stiffed at box office. Rip off pants. That wrapped it up, I'm sure.
All right, so Daryl, you may know this since you were an early adopter. At the beginning, do you know if they were getting concession stand?
Just to not a seriously early adopter because I think they started in 2016. So I
long ago.
Got mine earlier this year. Yeah, it's just they lit up this year for some reason. So
because I know they wanted to get like concession stand percentages and stuff, and that's what the movies houses were hoping for. Is just, okay, you go to the movies one every day, and you buy a popcorn and a drink because you're not out the $12 for it or 15, so you'll put it back into the theater. Right.
Well, when I heard the CEO talk, he did say that there was data that Movie Pass people buy more concessions, and therefore it's a win-win for everyone. The theater makes out, Movie Pass makes out. But what they also started doing is they were making contracts with certain theaters where they were going to take a percentage of the concessions. I don't know how well that's gone, but I think some chains like AMC said absolutely not. Like, we don't care if you think people buy more stuff. Yeah. We're not sharing it with you because why should we? So
yeah, and it's interesting. Movie watchage, is that a word? Movie watching has gone down because, of course, it's so easy to pirate things these days. A lot of people don't go to the movies and just wait till it's out on YouTube or whatever.
Oh no, Kale, we're losing you. Jiggle your cable. Jiggle.
There he is. So the idea with Movie Pass is it's bringing people to the theaters, but at a profit. So is it just the companies, the Movie Pass that was losing out, or the theaters losing out as well?
Well, in theory, the theaters
are getting paid.
Yeah,
by Movie Pass. Okay. So Movie Pass would pay them.
Are they paying full price?
Let me explain, because Movie Pass is a debit card, right? And when you check in with the app, that designates you can now use your debit card to purchase this particular movie at this particular time. And the app won't let you check in unless you're within so many feet of the theater. So MoviePass pays for your ticket, basically. Whole hog. So the theaters don't miss out. MoviePass is just losing money.
And you weren't able to buy tickets in advance or anything, right? You had to go to the theater
on that day
and say, "Hey, I want to see the 4:00 showing of you know whatever," and then take a chance that
because again, you need to check in with the app and you need to be on prem to do it. However, though, there was a movie I saw on Monday, and the theater had e-ticketing, and I actually got to use the app to choose my seat and everything. I was already there, but I don't know if maybe I could have pre-ordered that one because it was e-ticketing. I just had to show a code to the person. No, because the special excludes anything like 3D or IMAX, so you're able to, I should have specified that earlier, you're able to see one 2D movie that's not a special screening once per day. That's been from the outset.
How many 1D movies do you get to see?
Probably infinite, because they stick you in a mail slot and you just see a line.
Flatland.
Yeah.
So
1D bad.
For the price that you originally had, it was worth it. It was good. It's been good.
Right. I think it's still a good deal, but I think this company's ready to go under. You know what I mean? So I don't know how much longer.
That whole year's $105 or whatever he did. It's just you won't get any of that back.
That's what I was saying. You said
because if they lose all their money, how do you get a refund?
Yeah, I mean it's gone.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story about a company that did that to me once. There's a thing called
do we need a transition?
Transition. So this company called Cyber Rebate about 15 plus years ago, just when internet was getting big, and it was a rebate thing, and they were like, all right, here's how it's going to work. We will give you the chance to buy this at full price, over full price. It's really expensive, but then we're going to refund you.
How come you have a Hulk hand?
I just do.
Okay.
And then we're going to refund you, and we're going to refund you
in the butt. Sorry.
Let Joey continue.
Okay. I get 30 seconds of talking. They're going to refund you, and so you end up paying like $10 for something that you pay. So I saw this clock radio. I bought it for $600.
What
the hell? I was going to get $580 back in my rebate, and it was only going to be like $20
or
whatever.
Like a scam.
No, it wasn't a scam. It was an actual company.
How long? How
sounds
long
like
was
a
it
scam.
going to be? Like 8 to 12 weeks?
Yeah, it took like a month or something like that.
Okay.
And they went out of business as I was waiting for the money to come in. So
that sounds like a scam.
600. It wasn't a scam. It was an actual company because that's when the internet was starting. They thought
sounds kind of like something's not right with that.
Did you get the $500 back?
No.
You're going to get a
bunch
bunch of money back. You get a bunch of money back, and you have to wait for it.
All right.
What
I
kind
got
of
into it late.
Scam don't you fucking understand?
I got into it late. It was like a Ponzi thing. There were
the Leafy Greens bailout.
Wait,
there were people who made money off of this.
There's something we need to explain for some of our viewers at home. What a clock radio is. It's a device that you would plug into the wall, and it would have the time on it. And you set it usually next to your bed, and it had a radio on it, and he would tell it which time for the alarm to come off on.
And you know somebody is sitting there going, what is a clock radio?
Back in my day, I bought myself a clock radio.
So, Joey, I just want to know what the pitch was for this, because why would anyone have to pay that kind of money for a clock radio?
Okay, as you know, rebates are real things.
Right.
Okay,
right.
You get something and then you send a rebate in. So the idea behind Cyber Rebate, and they weren't the only company, was that they figured most people would not do it because a lot of people. That's the whole idea behind rebates.
Well, if I'm buying a freaking clock for $600, I'm going to do it.
Well, they'd
That's
also get
the
that money.
problem why they went out of business because people would buy this stuff for thousands of dollars and return the rebates. There were people making a separate business off of this. And
so it's kind of like what I brought up about spoilage. Like they're intending that people are going to forget they have Movie Pass and go la-di-da. Because the CEO in an interview even talked about before I bought my Movie Pass, because I was kind of skeptical.
See how he brought us onto the subject?
They were discussing that, like, we're looking at getting a lot of people who see, like, 3 movies a year, right? And we'll expect they'll double the number of movies they see, and they can still make money from someone who goes 6 times, 7 times, whatever. But that's not how people are using it. People are just like going, hell, when I can see a movie any old time, I'll go watch the Mamma Mia movie because, hell, I'm not paying for it.
Right, exactly, yeah, no. And
although I actually wouldn't, because the first one was terrible. That was
but don't
my
you know
girlfriend
the
made me
premise?
movie.
There was this girl on this island, and she didn't know where her dad was. So...
Right. Yeah.
Go. 30 seconds, and then you're out as Pee Wee Herman.
So, anyway, what they wanted to do was the girl was like, who's my daddy? And they don't know who the daddy is. So they get Remington Steele, the old professor guy from Thor, and then this other guy, and they're all, what's that, Cherry? Oh, I said the magic word.
In his eyes.
Okay, 30 seconds is up.
That was Mamma Mia.
Great movie, man.
At least in this version, Timothy Dalton didn't sing. I'll give it
What?
that.
Huh? Who?
Timothy Dalton. That's it. Remington Steele was the other guy. No, wait.
No,
James Bond.
yes.
Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah,
Ronnie
he's in that.
James Dio sang in the
GoldenEye
movie?
one.
Nice!
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah. So,
my gosh.
Movie Pass isn't working.
Holy diver!
So, Movie Pass isn't working. How many people have, you have Movie Pass,
Yeah.
so you're fine, right? For the most part?
Well,
You've
unless
already
they
gotten
go...
your movies.
Ralph
Well, what I'm
has it
concerned
too.
is that they're losing money. They ran out of money last Thursday. People got
Last
stranded at the
Thursday.
box office because they were like... I checked into the movie and I go to use my card and are no funds in the account to pay for the movie. So they're going like, great, I either go home without seeing a movie or I have to pay for the actual ticket.
So last Thursday, they just ran out of money.
They ran out of money.
Okay, so wait, if you can't go to movies
It's like
anymore?
Social Security.
Well, no. They got a $5 million loan.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
there you go.
they have to repay it as $6 million.
They called
But
up
It's desperation.
encouraging.
Montel Williams to get one of those payday loans.
Well, it's like you've heard that commercial, like 1-800-CASH-NOW.
Yeah.
They basically did one of those things.
1-800-LOAN MARK.
Yeah, like,
So-
can I get an advance on my business that's losing money constantly?
Yeah.
Like,
The cyber rebate thing, actually, they had a class lawsuit against them because there were people who had put in thousands of dollars in rebates because it was working for them.
oh, I bet that'll happen with this. Like if they close down and there are all these people who have contracts, but then where does the money come from?
Yeah, I got
it
like
just
20
means
bucks.
some lawyers are going to get
It
rich.
says we can change it, and we can
Right.
stop at any time, no matter what.
Maybe.
Look at your contract.
But I
It's
doubt
in
that'll
there.
stand legally because you.
They go
pay,
bankrupt. They
and-
like
Yeah.
suck it.
Yeah, like they'll just have to liquidate all their assets and then any money left over, like, oh, you get $1 back, after the lawyers take their share, right? So it's just not going to be a good situation. Speaking of scams, it feels a little bit like a Ponzi. Because, like, if you time a Ponzi right, you can actually make money because a Ponzi has to run for a while where the people who get in early actually make something. So they tell all their friends, like, hey, look at all the money I'm making. And then it's like, hey, sign up for Movie Pass, guys. I'd like to have some buddies to go with me. And like, you sign up later than me. Like, they closed 6 months after I signed up. They closed 3 months after you signed up. Who got the most out of it, right? So it's kind of like it's feeling like it's going to go Ponzi style. We're just going to wind up.
Talk about wrap up Ponzi style as Fonzie.
Hey! You trying to pull a Ponzi on me?
Jump the shark, man. Jump the shark.
I'm jumping the shark.
Whoa.
I'm jumping the Meg. Hey! So, Ponzi, you get in early. It sounds like my name, Ponzi Fonzie. Yo. All right.
Well, you got 12 seconds.
If you want to,
You can actually
take
talk
it.
about what a Ponzi thing is.
throat is
He's
done,
losing it. He's losing it. CPR. Somebody. Okay.
Excuse me, I need water.
He's going down,
Okay, there's
man.
the time.
Going down.
All right. Do the transition.
Oh, God.
All right.
I just wasn't ready for it. Sorry.
So, the idea is what's going to happen next? Where are they going? And is it? You were saying, Geek, that it's anybody who buys now, it's not worth it.
I'm guessing. I mean, they may find some miracle person to back them who believes in their strategy. Like, okay, it's not working now, but it'll start working. They'll make money. They'll bring it in through advertising, selling people's data. Who knows? So unless a miracle happens, I think they're probably going down pretty soon. But I wouldn't take the chance myself at this point.
There other companies like this? Because weren't there others that were jumping on the bandwagon with this?
Well, I think now anybody who's independent is probably going to look at this as an example of what not to do. But I think it kind of like when AMC decided they weren't going to play along on the concessions things, and there were other problems they had with MoviePass, they now offer their own premium pass where you pay AMC $20 a month to see, I think it's up to 3 movies a week.
Right.
So no more than 12 a month for $20, including IMAX and 3D and all the premium stuff. But it's only the one chain.
Right, no, and this kind of makes sense, because that's where we're going right now, where you have a subscription to something. That's what people expect. And I think the movie theaters, I was going to ask you, do you think this is not a sustainable business? But I think the concept is a good one. The concept of pay us this much and you get this many movies.
Right.
Yeah, and I think if it's within its own theater, I mean, the money all stays in that one company, that could flourish because they have control over everything.
And in a way, I think it's a good thing because AMC probably never would have offered a product like that without MoviePass coming in. Yeah. So they're like, we need to compete with this thing. But also it's going to be stable because AMC is going to be able to, they have a lot of other paying customers, even if a bunch of subscription people are going every chance they get.
Yeah.
And really, more or less what they're doing is the subscribers will be filling largely empty seats anyway. So it's like you still have your full pay people.
Yeah.
There would have been empty seats in the theater, except for maybe opening weekend. And like they might lose a little money on the subscribers there. But during the week, it's like subscribers come in, sure, take an empty seat. We're running the movie anyway.
Right? I think there's a trust factor as well when the company's doing it themselves. So you're buying into AMC, their pass, you're going to AMC, you trust it. It's going to be around and stuff. This MoviePass, I remember when it first came out, I was like, is this for real? Is it fake? Yeah. Is it like you're just screwing people up? Is it spam?
It did seem a bit...
It felt bad.
Hinky.
Yeah. It always had that feel of like, I don't know how this business model works, but since it's here, I'll go ahead and use it. And the other thing about like AMC doing this, other chains like Edwards and who knows who else might be doing this as well. But then you wind up with fragmentation. Like if you want your choice of what theaters to go to, then you're going to wind up with, I need a pass to this theater and that theater. It becomes like streaming stuff. Like, oh, I need Hulu and HBO and Netflix to see everything.
And you know what? I think there's going to be a tipping point where people are going to be like, I've got too many subscriptions, and it's just not going to work. But for now, I think it's what works, and it's a good way to go.
A company that should have done this was Fandango.
Yeah,
because that seems like a logical part of their realm.
Sense. Maybe they still will.
But maybe they realized we don't want to lose our shirts and go bankrupt, so they
maybe that's why they didn't do it.
Right.
I wonder.
Yep.
Well, I'm just going to do it because...
All right. So I think we probably talked this. What do we have anything else?
I think that was about enough. Oh, the one other thing I was going to bring up is that I was interested in seeing Mission Impossible Fallout today. And that opened on Friday, or technically Thursday. The movie is still locked out on MoviePass. I think that's one of their ways that they're trying to save money is they're like, this is the most popular movie of the moment, and we aren't going to let any of our people see it.
Whoa.
So I'm wondering when or if they're ever going to unlock that movie, Because right now I can't use my MoviePass to see it, so I saw Equalizer 2 instead.
Yeah, they go mega bankrupt. I mean, they just took a $5 million loan to get through Thursday. They go through Mission Impossible. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, the opening numbers from this are probably amazing. Exactly, so they probably would have gone bankrupt again, and then it would have been, this. They're done.
All right. It's kind of lucky it was a weak summer of movies.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, give me 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
So here we go.
Joey.
Wait, I got the timer. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to do a little bit of a... You can't bing a bing. You can't ding a bing.
Hey, I dinged a ding, man.
Ding a ding.
I'm going to ding the ding every time I can ding.
All right. You're going to have 30 seconds. We're going to go to each one of us, and you're going to be the CEO, and you've got 30 seconds to tell us how you're going to save the company.
Who starts?
I'll start.
Okay.
So
all
All right, so hold on. Let me
in any fashion or
Dating yourself.
Okay.
Any fashion. Hello, I'm going to save Movie Pass. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to take the rest of our money and buy lottery tickets. Some of them will win. If we win the big money, we will reinstate the 1 movie a day policy for everyone and all of you. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I was really constipated. I'm feeling much better now. Anyway, so we're going to try the lottery route, and wish me luck. Let's do it.
This sucks.
All right. You going?
I'll go.
Okay, go.
Pablo.
Save it.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me in our mission meeting today.
God, you got to crap more than Joey did.
Today we're gonna talk about saving Movie Pass. And we're gonna do this by finding a really, really rich company or person to take over for us. And I think I know just the person to do it. Batman.
Okay.
Because I'm Batman.
I guess we all saw that coming, but nobody saw it coming. All right, that's pretty good. All right, Leafy Green, go for it.
I'm just going to walk away with the money.
Hey.
Bye.
Taking Daryl's 105 and going to
30
Vegas.
seconds, man. I'm out of here with your money. Sorry. Bye.
What?
You got 17 seconds to fill. You got to do something.
Keep going.
You got to do something. Do a song. Do a dance.
Nope.
I refuse.
I refuse.
And I can't argue with that.
All right.
Go ahead and refuse.
All right,
All right.
Geek, you're up. Save your company.
Well, the way I see it is, we gotta marry rich. Is what I figure. You know, whether it's
Colonel
a dude
Sanders.
or a lady, we just go to marry rich, and we're going to get to Viacom or Fox or Disney or somebody will just bail us the F out, and we'll just marry rich. That I don't need 30 seconds to tell you I am a whore for money, and I will marry anyone who will keep my boat afloat.
It's true, this Friday.
Thank you.
All right, so I guess that's it. We've talked movie phone out our ass.
Movie phone.
Oh,
Welcome to Movie Phone.
Movie phone. Okay, everybody at home. Movie phone was around the same time Joey bought his alarm clock. And instead of going on the internet to buy your tickets, you would pick up your phone and dial 1-800-MOVIE-PHONE.
You couldn't even find the...
And the guy on the other end...
Hello, and thank you for calling Movie Phone. Rated R.
Ask
And
where
you
you're
had
from,
to use your rotary
and use
phone
your
to
phone
dial.
that, and you get tickets over the phone.
Thanks for listening. You can now stop screaming at the open air. Listeners should put their minds back in their upright position and resume traditional thinking. Find us at IamRambling.com for access to all of our ramblings, show notes, general discussions, and any projects that we might get to. Like us on Facebook, rate us on iTunes, share us.
And look for us on the corner of...
Geek, what else? Because I know there's other things.
Ski Man.
What else?
Well,
Check out our billboard on the 15 freeway.
at
on the way
I
to
Am
Barstow.
Rambling on Twitter.
Hey.
Oh, it's right below us, Joey. Look
Oh.
at that. See? At I Am Rambling now on Twitter and at I Am Rambling on Steam.
.com.
All right.
All right, so we're on the social media
By
that
the way,
nobody uses.
We had about 4 people look in live to us for about 5 seconds, and they were gone.
Yeah, it's,
So
I don't blame them.
It's
Linda
better on the
tried to
repeat.
find us, she said, but she couldn't get it.
What happened?
Oh,
to my
my
color?
face, I jacked it up.
Look at my. What happened to I'm blue.
He's a Smurf!
Oh, dude, he's like
the
that's like
Geek
Batman.
Smurf.
All right, everybody.
The everyday Smurf.
Are we off the air?
No.
Get us off the freaking air!
God, man.
Signing off.
Love of Pete.
Oh, yeah.